XPL plasma holders, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. You guys know what time it is. We're going to be talking about plasma, really understanding, what's happening and of course what we could be expecting. Shout out to you guys. You guys are enjoying these updates, so far, receiving a great feedback. So, continue supporting and you will see a continuation of these XPL updates. So as we're seeing across the board, going into Sunday morning, the 24-hour time frame, majority of the market is actually still up. Yes, a few handful coins that are down right now, but majority of the market is still up. But XPL is down 6% right now over the course of the last 24 hours, which of course is something we want to keep in mind. Looking at the price, 86.3 cents, down about 5.6% in USD, down 6.1% in Bitcoin. Comparative valuation, 1.56 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume remaining at about 2 billion. As always, just a quick disclaimer. Anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So it was quite an eventful day for the crypto markets. I'm sure you guys know that. And if you've watched some of my other updates that went live before the XPL update, you guys know that Bitcoin was able to finally reach an all-time high. Again, something I've highlighted to you guys on this channel. But we did come up to the 59.3% for the dominance for the first time since August 22nd, and that's something we want to factor in as well right now, believe it or not. And since then, the dominance is pretty much making its way back towards the downside, which is of course something that you want to see happening. If you're looking at BTC, on the other hand, Bitcoin, like I said, reached a new all-time high on the weekend. I know usually CME futures are closed, but if you watch my Friday updates, I talked about how Bitcoin could actually still reach an all-time high, this weekend, and that's exactly what ended up happening. Well, you can see this for yourself. Bitcoin has retraced a little bit, but this retracement itself is actually, impacting altcoins right now. Take a look at the last 1 hour. That tells you everything you need to know. The all-time high was set for Bitcoin about 5 hours ago, 5 to 6 hours ago from, this time of recording the update. But nonetheless, this has retraced and it has impacted some of the altcoins, and so is the dominance kind of being all over the place because, we were literally sitting at the likes of 58.95%, and then boom, we go back up to 59.3%, which of course is going to have an impact on altcoins. But let's take a look at what's happening with XPL right now. So we talked about, again, first and foremost, I want to say how I told you guys about, you want to work with the data that we have available right now. You don't want to be talking about, this, that, like new price predictions, blah, 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 especially for new projects, right? Newly listed projects. You got to see the project find a ground for itself. And as of now, I told you guys about how we have built a support around the 83.34 cents. That was our discussion in our last update. Now, let me draw a trend line for you guys to give you guys a little bit of a better visual as to what I'm really talking about. If I were to zoom in for you guys, you can really see for yourself that exact same support line, we have discussed has been pretty much playing as a support for the price of XPL. You can see, pretty much 3 different retests at this point, but we have seen big swings. We've spoken about swings for, XPL. You can see this for yourself. We saw a swing of about 15.3% increase right away. And then you can see this for yourself again. When we retested this just yesterday, we saw an increase of about 9%. So again, it's kind of showing us that, this support is something, you want to be watching out for. And as of now, you could really see the bulls are trying their best to keep the price above this key range. You really want to see the dominance making its way towards the downside, down to these levels around 58.6%, or, making its way back down to the September levels as soon as possible, which were, of course, around the 57.29%. Reason why I say that is because I think XPL could see, a big bounce if that were to be the case. But with the way dominance is being all over the place, it's, showing a lot of swings. That could not end well for XPL, a newly listed project, and especially dropping below this key support line. Remember, I told you there's not much support till 73.8 cents based off of what I'm seeing with the data that I have available, and that's a 14.6% pullback from where we currently are. And as of now, we've seen time and time out this support play out for us, and you want to see the support holding. If it's unable to do that, I do expect that, unfortunately, some of these prices would not be an unrealistic thing to be looking out for. So we'll obviously keep you guys covered as of now. Obviously, we can literally see that, the support has played out for us, and we can kind of, start making this and highlighting this as a major support for it. But you want the support to hold. That's very, very important. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Where do you see the price of XPL going? What excites you the most about XPL? If you want to see more updates, make sure you're subscribed. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.